Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be taking up the topic practical problems on union and intersection of sets. So as I had explained in the previous videos, the operations which can be performed on sets, let's just recall the concepts which we learned in the previous video. So in statement kind of problems, we have to remember few of the terminologies to do the calculations quickly. So in any statement kind of problems, if either A or B comes, or at least one of A or B comes, in that case we have to find number of elements in union. So either A or B means this entire region, that is you have to find out the number of elements in union. So in case if the problem demands to calculate both A and B, number of elements in both A and B, then in that case we have to find out number of elements in A intersection B. So and comes for intersection or comes for union. Now suppose if the problem asks to find out number of elements in only B or number of elements in B but not A. So in that case we have to find out number of elements in B minus A. Only B stands for B minus A, B but not A stands for B minus A. So only A stands for A minus B, A but not B also stands for A minus B. So in case the problem asks to find out neither A nor B, so in that case either A or B means union, neither A nor B means complement of the union. You have to find out A union B whole dash. The region outside A union B is called its complement. So to find neither A nor B, we have to get the number of elements in A union B whole dash. Now to do all these, we need a formula. The formula is given this way: n of A union B equal to number of elements in A union B equal to number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B. So that is, so first we will be adding up number of elements in the union means this full region. The region contained within these two circles is called as union. Now we will be adding number of elements in A and number of elements in B. If we do this addition, the intersection region, the common region gets added up twice. So we have to subtract it once to get the number of elements in A union B. So that's what the explanation for the formula is. So you have to remember this formula, which is very, very important to solve practical problems involving two sets. Let us take up few problems to understand the concept better. See here, that take up the first problem. If x and y are two sets such that x union y has 50 elements, so it is given in the problem that x union y has 50 elements. This has 50 elements. So number of elements in x union y equal to 50, which I have written. This is the given data. So I'm writing the given data first. Then x has, the first set has 28 elements. So n of x means number of elements in x equal to 28. Y has 32 elements. Number of elements in y equal to 32. How many elements does x intersection y will have? So I have to calculate this term. So let me make use of the formula. Let us write the formula first. N of x union y equal to n of x plus n of y minus n of x intersection y. Just to substitute the values, 50 n of x is 28 plus 32 minus n of x intersection y. Take this to the left hand side. So this gives you 60 minus 50. Answer would be equal to 10. So these kind of problems can be solved using the Venn diagram or using the formula. Any one method is also fine. So let us take up the second problem, so which includes solving the problem with the help of a Venn diagram. Let us look into that. Let's see the problem first. There are 200 individuals with a skin disorder. So it is given that there are 200 individuals with skin disorder. 120 had been exposed to the chemical C1. They are under some treatment. So 120 of the people are exposed to chemical C1, 50 to chemical C2, and 30 to both chemical C1 and C2. So let me write n of C1 is equal to 120, n of C2 exposed to chemical C2 equal to 50, and n of C1 intersection C2 will be to the both chemicals will be equal to 30. That is given to you. So now there are 200 individuals with a skin disorder. So I can't take 200 as a C1 union C2 because it is a kind of survey. There are 200 in, because there are few people who are not exposed to any of the chemicals. So in that case, in such cases, I can't take this 200 as a C1 union C2. I have to take it as n of u. n of u equal to 200. So the universal set, it is a survey, it's a sample which contains 200 people. Out of those 200 people, few are exposed to C1, few are exposed to C2, and few are exposed to both, and few are exposed to none of the chemicals. So in such cases, we always have to take the given value 200 as the number of elements in the universal set, and most of the time it occurs in a survey. Because now let us go to the sub questions. Find the number of individuals exposed to chemical C1 but not chemical C2. So I told you in the I told you previously that C1 but not A but not B means A minus B. So I have to find out C1 but not C2 number of elements, then C1 minus C2. Next, number of elements in C2 but not C1, that is n of C2 minus C1. So number of elements in C1 or C2, or comes always for union, C1 union C2. So that's why I told you can't take this 200 as a C1 union C2. It is the universal set. So we have to find out what is the value of C1 union C2. So I am not using the formula now. I'll be using the Venn diagram. Look into the Venn diagram. I had already drawn the Venn diagram. C1 and C2, first you have to mark always, whenever you are using Venn diagram method, you have to mark always the common element first. That is 30 individuals are exposed to chemical C1 and chemical C2. This is the value 30. So I have to write it in the common region. Now 120 had been exposed to the chemical C1. So 120, this entire value should be 120. 30 already written. So out of 120, 30 written. So remaining would be 90. So I had written 90. 90 plus 30 totally gives you 120. Next, exposed to chemical C2, number of people, it is 50. So I have written it here, it is 20. That is because 30 plus 20, 30 already written, so remaining would be 20. 30 plus 20, 50 people are exposed to chemical C2. So this is how to write the Venn diagram first. Now look at the Venn diagram and find out the value of C1 minus C2. C1 minus C2 means only C1, that is this region. C1 minus C2 is only C1. How many individuals are exposed to only chemical C1? That is this value. Whatever value you will get within this, that is the answer. So 90. N of C2 minus C1. Only C2 but not C1. So it is here, this value, that is equal to 20. Now to get N of C1 union C2 without using the formula, with the help of Venn diagram, you know that this shaded region means the complete two circles with these values will represent the union. So you have to add up all values. 90 plus 30 plus 20, that gives you finally 140. 140 individuals are exposed to either chemical C1 or chemical C2. Suppose if they ask you to find out the number of individuals who are not exposed to any chemical, any of the chemicals, so in that case, that's why I told you universal set has 200 people. So from that 200, n of neither C1 nor C2, that is C1 union C2 whole dash, that is equal to 200 minus 140, that gives you 60. 60 people are not exposed to any of the chemicals, either chemical C1 or chemical C2. These 140 are exposed to chemical C1 or chemical C2. So in case if they ask find the number of individuals who are not exposed to any of the chemicals, so in that case from the universal set you have to subtract the people who are exposed to one of the chemical, that gives you the people who are exposed to none of the chemicals. So let us look into one more problem. Say it is also a survey kind of problem. So in a survey, 400 students in the school. So survey means I told you always you have to take it the n of u equal to 400. 100 were listed as taking apple juice. 100 were listed as taking apple juice. 150 taking orange juice. I'll take number of people who are taking apple juice as A, orange juice as B. So 100 n of B equal to 150 were taking orange juice. Now 75 were listed as taking both apple as well as orange juice. So both apple as well as, so both and comes for intersection, A intersection B equal to 75. Find how many students were taking neither apple juice nor orange juice. So the question asks you neither apple juice nor orange juice. So either apple juice or orange juice means A union B. Neither apple juice nor orange juice means A union B whole dash. So I have drawn here the Venn diagram. You can solve either using Venn diagram or using the formula. I have solved using both the methods here. look into this. N of neither apple juice nor orange juice, N of A union B whole dash, that is from the universal set you have to subtract the union, N of U minus N of A union B. So N of U is 400 minus, apply the formula for N of A union B, N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. So 400 minus, substitute the values, 100 plus 150 minus 75. So and do the simplification, that is 400 minus 175 gives you 225. 225 students were taking neither apple juice nor orange juice. This is with the help of formula. Now without using the formula, if you calculate, so it's easy. N of neither apple juice nor orange juice. So it is directly from the Venn diagram. So I have written here 400. It's 400 minus, it is 400 minus the union value. So it gives you 400 minus the union value, 25 plus 7. Union means this, from the entire universal set if you remove the union value, then you will get outside the region, outside the union, that is 25 plus 75 plus 75, that is 150 plus 150 plus 25, 175, that also gives you 225. So if you use the Venn diagram, the advantage is that if you have more number of sub questions, you can answer it quickly. So whereas in the case of formula, for every sub question you have to separately apply the formula. See, in case if they ask you to find the number of students who take only apple juice, it is 25. If they ask you to find out number of students who take only orange juice, it is 75. So this way you can answer as many questions, as many sub questions given in that question if you use the Venn diagram. That is the advantages of using Venn diagram. So one more problem, this is the last problem. In a group of 65 people, 40 like cricket, 10 like both cricket and tennis. How many like tennis only and not cricket? How many like tennis? So this is the question. So look into the question. In a group of, here it is given as 65 people. There are 65 people. Now 40 like cricket, N of C equal to 40. 10 like both cricket and N of C intersection T equal to 10. That is both means it is intersection. How many like tennis? N of T equal to how much? This value we have to calculate. And how many like only tennis and not cricket? Only tennis, not cricket means I have to find out T minus C. So now in this case, I have to take 65 people in a group of 65 people, and of C union T, I have to take it as 65. Otherwise, in case, because it is not a survey, it's a group of people. So actually, in case if they mention every student, every person like one of the two games, so it will be very clear that all the 65 will be involved in one of the play. So, but that is not mentioned. But most of the, in some of the problems they'll mention that, here it is not mentioned. But as you list out the data and what you want to calculate is N of T and N of T minus C. If you have not taken it as C union T, in that case you will get an insufficient data. In such cases you can't solve the problem. So it is not a survey here, therefore you have to take N of C union T as a 65 only. So if you are using the Venn diagram, so both the play both the games, that is cricket and tennis, 10 people will like. So I'll write 10 in this. Cricket 40, so the remaining would be 30. 30 plus 10 together it is 40. Tennis as well as only tennis, I don't know, so I'll take it as X. So union value, it is given 65 people. So union means this full region. When you take the sum of all this, 30 plus 10 plus X, it gives you 65. So X comes out to be 65 minus 30 plus 4, 10, 40, that gives you 25. So 25 people like only tennis, because this is in this region, so it is only tennis. Only tennis equal to 25. Now number of people who like tennis means they can like cricket also. So X plus 10, that gives you 35. So this is how to solve practical problems which involve union and intersection of two sets. So in the next video I'll come up with practical problems involving union and intersection of three sets. That's all for this video. Thank you so much.